Hello and welcome. I am Vidyadhar Tilak. In Pragma Sophy, a pragma agent seeks to understand and transform the world through co-evolution rather than control. Its chief instrument is modeling and simulation, allowing exploration and validation before making any real-world change. The real world hosts systems, and the formal world hosts their models. Attributive models explain and interpret, while quantitative models predict and transform. Together, they build coherence between knowledge and action, the essence of pragmatic wisdom. This episode deals with systems modeling. The pragma agent exists to achieve co-evolution, as already said. But to change the world responsibly, we must first understand it not just intuitively but formally. The journey starts with modeling. Modeling is the pragma agent's foundational act, bringing the real world and the formal world to establish coherence. Real world is the nature's creation, while formal world is the agent's creation. Have a look at the screen a little bit. System is a part of the real world which is of our interest. Our system for this episode is the urban forest. This is a complex system involving ecology, finance, and human usage. Our goal is eudaimonic, sustainable well-being for both ecology and citizens. Ponder over the diagram a little bit. The first step is attributive modeling. This is where science, philosophy, and humanities fuse into axio-epistemics, defining what we value and what we know. Here, we explicitly define the values for the forest. Canopy health must increase by 15%, which is an ecological value. The public access must remain uninterrupted, which is a social value. These are our objectives. This act is axiological. Epistemics is inherent as we map the known relationships. Heavy foot traffic causes soil compaction, which reduces tree health. The model is often descriptive, a word description or a graphic representation. For example, defining high health as a composite score of soil pH, species diversity, and user satisfaction ratings. This is a conceptual map in the scaffold, showing why the components matter to overall goal. We formalize this map using the language of quantitative modeling, which is mathematics. We translate soil compaction, a key attribute, into a measurable coefficient K corresponding to water permeability. This is physics. We build two types of quantitative models. The first, closed form mathematical equations which capture the general laws, like the growth rate of a specific tree species T under the urban stress S by differential equations, which capture the dynamics of the situation. This is the mechanism used to measure the rate of change. Second, open form algorithmic models which capture the agent's complex decision logic. This is our creation in the formal algorithmic world. For example, if canopy cover in any sector is below 30% and the sector is high usage, then prioritize planting native species immediately. This guides the intervention strategy. We have seen this diagram previously also in an episode on what is science and whether it creates new knowledge. Have a look at it a little bit more. Here we will interpret this diagram with a concrete situation which is on our hand, the urban forest. Before we proceed, we must ensure coherence between real-world system and the formal model. The formal model forms the left flank of the diagram, while the reality capturing model part is on the right-hand side. First, the formal validation. Is the math sound? Is the code logically consistent? These are formal validations. Second, the semantic validation or empirical validation, the test for physical facts. We run the model backwards in time using 10 years of park data. If the model fails to predict the current canopy cover, it is co-inherent. We must cycle back to revise our attributive assumptions or recalibrate the quantitative parameters like K, the soil compaction factor. Then we have a coherent verified map. The Pragma agent has done its homework, fusing value and knowledge into a powerful predictive structure. Next, we will turn this static map into a dynamic engine of change in the next episode on simulation. In these two episodes, we will bind all the concepts of Pragma Sophy by using real-life workable model and simulation. In this particular case, we are using the urban forest as an example to illustrate all the concepts involved up till now. Pragma Sophy is Prajna Yajna. Please subscribe to my channel and visit my website if you are interested in more explorations into actionable knowledge and systems thinking. Thank you very much. Thanks a lot.